What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and we back at it. It's fight week, big heavyweight fight we got coming up, February 22nd. Deontay Wilder puts his WBC title on the line in the rematch with Tyson Fury. I'm looking forward to it, you know what I mean? Heavyweight boxing, you know what I'm saying? On the big stage. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what this fight got in store for us, you know what I mean? But the first fight was very unpredictable, man. Let's be honest, man. A lot of people, man, including myself, man, we picked Deontay Wilder by KO. I mean, what's new? There ain't no other way to do it but to go with Wilder by KO usually, you know what I mean? And that's why I asked this question, because like I said, the first fight went very unpredictable, you know what I mean? Can Deontay Wilder win a points decision? Is it possible? Is it possible for Wilder to win a points decision? Or can Tyson Fury win by KO? Tyson Fury's talking about he's going to win by KO. Wilder ain't saying nothing about, look, man, if it goes 12, I got the confidence that I could outbox a guy, especially a guy like Tyson Fury, who's probably the best heavyweight boxer out there as far as technical skills, movement. You know what I'm saying? Good head movement, lateral movement, good footwork for a dude his size. A guy who's down with the sweet science. You know what I mean? I mean, that's how he got himself 3 world titles when he went to Dusseldorf, Germany, to beat the man Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I mean? But can Wilder win on points, or can this guy Tyson Fury win by decision? Well, as far as Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury's biggest fights is obviously Vladimir Klitschko and Tyson and Deontay Wilder. And in neither of those fights did he get a knockdown, you know what I mean? Or a knockout period. You know what I'm saying? He came back against Sapphire Safari. He ain't get no knockdown, he stopped the guy, in like 5 or 4 rounds. You check it. A guy like Tom Schwartz, he stopped Tom Schwartz early. I think it went only 2 rounds, and he did drop him in that round where it got stopped. You know what I mean? So, you know, he probably was going on his way to a knockout. You know what I mean? But obviously, he handled his business early. But Tom Schwartz isn't exactly, what I'd call a world class heavyweight boxer. You know what I mean? No disrespect to him. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are frowning at that fight. And Otto Wallen, too. But Otto Wallen showed himself a good effort by, he lost on points. I had him losing the fight. But he brought the pain to Tyson Fury, man. Especially with that big cut he had on his eye. You know what I mean? Shit had like 50 stitches. You check it, so. What's up, Mike 104? What's up with you, man? Mike 104, what's up? He's in the chat. He says, Wilder can absolutely win on points. He fought to a draw last time. That's as close as it gets. Absolutely, man. You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? I think so too. Look, man, I remember when he first went for a world title versus Bermain Stavern. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I picked Stavern to win that fight. You know what I mean? You check it, I thought Stavern had a tough chin and it's gonna be difficult to drop that guy. You know what I'm saying? And knock him out. But Wilder fought himself behind his jab. He fought himself a very technical fight. You know what I'm saying? You check it, the guy did his thing, man. Fought behind the jab, and he won a points decision, which I didn't think he could do. I wasn't too high on Deontay Wilder's skill set at the time. You know what I mean? For the longest, to be honest, I've been a fan. You know what I'm saying? But I did pick Bermain Stavern to win that fight, and ever since then, I gave Wilder his props. He did his thing. You know what I mean? But then I was concerned with them fights with Eric Molina when he got rocked, I believe, in like round 4 or something. Man was on the spaghetti legs, you know what I mean? Eventually got him up out of there. Then he went through hell and back with Duhaupas. You check it. He won that fight on the inside, though. You know what I mean? With the inside fighting. And so the fight with Chris Ariola, he won that on the inside. You know what I mean? So I think Wilder has an opportunity to showcase his skills. You know what I mean? You know, the last fight he had versus Ortiz, I didn't give him any round up until he knocked the dude out. And I'm not gonna say that he was. I think that was by design, to be honest. You know, these guys are at the highest level. You know what I mean? You check it. You know, some things boxing things are unpredictable, and that was definitely unpredictable. Him losing every round in that fight, and then eventually getting the stoppage. You know what I mean? You know, but Wilder can't go into that fight, man, down on 7 rounds to zip, 6 rounds to zip, fuck with the man Fury. You know what I mean? That's why he's gonna have to bring everything in his toolbox, showcase his whole skill set. You know what I mean? You check it. It's gonna be tough, man. You know, but you gotta set up shots for the KO. Therefore, you can't be losing rounds. You also have to be giving different looks to this guy. Be unpredictable. Because you already know that's what Tyson Fury is going to be doing. You know what I mean? Can Tyson Fury win by KO? Man, of course. He's a big 6'9" mammoth. You know what I mean? He's a big dude. He can win by KO. You know what I'm saying? You know, when last time he had a official KO? I'll probably say I might have to go back to Steve Cunningham in 2013. You know, that was a long time ago. Steve Cunningham, career cruiserweight, but he got the job done. You know what I mean? And by KO, man, I'm not talking about laying a man flat on his back. Nah, I'm talking about getting a stoppage, retirement, just winning anything besides winning on points. You know what I mean? And Derek Chisora, he felt that pain of getting outboxed, just getting taken to school by Fury. You know what I mean? On the way to a retirement. And Derek Chisora is a tough dude. Why didn't Derek Chisora tough it out? For the 10 round. I think it got stopped in the 10th. For the 12 rounds, it would have lasted. Maybe because he was getting hurt by them punches. You know what I mean? So did Christian Hammer. You know, I think his corner threw in the towel. You know what I mean? They called it a wrap because the man was getting not brutally battered. You know what I'm saying? But getting touched up to the point where he's not doing nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing of consequence. So I think Wilder and Fury are going to bring a very dynamic fight as far as anything can go. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. Wilder can win on points. Tyson Fury could win by KO. But I wouldn't bet on it. But it's heavyweight boxing. You know what I mean? You check it. Anything could happen. We might get a second round KO. You know what I'm saying? You never know, man. You never know. Ken Norton versus Jerry Cooney. You know what I'm saying? Ken Norton versus George Foreman type style. Nobody thought them fights, even though Foreman is a mammoth of a man and he punches hard just like Wilder, but nobody thought those fights would only last a round or two. You know what I mean? But so did Brazil. Now some people predicted that it might go only one round. Um, what was the other guy? Yeah, Brazil when he knocked him out in one round. But with Wilder, he has to be prepared for the best and also expect the unexpected. You know what I mean? You check it. He can't just rely on the one punch KO. For one, Wilder don't be fighting those 6'9" dudes all the time. 6'9", 260, 270. That's a large man to knock out. You know what I mean? That is a large dude. Let alone everybody else he's KO'd, which is a tremendous feat. I think he's like 42-0, one draw, and like 41 KOs. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult to knock out any man, let alone 40 guys. But there's going to be a point in time where you can't win anything by KO, man. Mike Tyson is a perfect example of that. You know what I mean? You know, Mike Tyson dropped Buster Douglas. Mike Tyson's won point decisions. I mean, Razor Roddick, Mitch Green. You know what I'm saying? He's won point decisions before. the unifications, WBA and IBF with Tony Tucker and what's that principal man and from North Carolina, Bone Crusher Smith. You know what I mean? But there might be that day where your power won't bail you out. And so far, Wilder's power has bailed him out, especially in the last fight. Dominic Brazil, he was asking for it. You know what I mean? So did Stavern. He was asking for it too. Wilder came in with a different kind of mentality and focus. He did what he's supposed to do guys who are not, um, who are inferior to him as far as where they at that point of the stage in their boxing career. You know what I mean? But Fury's an undefeated fighter, and Tyson Fury ain't no joke, man. He can box. You know what I mean? And he's a big dude. And Wilder, it took him the ninth round to drop this dude, Fury, who was caught because he was showboating. He was showboating and back it up with his chin up in the sky, and he got caught. Ninth round, nothing of severe consequences, like in the 12th round. And when I seen that fight in the 12th round, I was like, oh my gosh, Wilder was gonna lose this fight. I said it going into the 12th round. Wilder needs a KO to win the fight, or a knockdown, at least on my card, to have a draw. And when he dropped, dude, I thought, man, it's a wrap. Oh my gosh, this motherfucker Wilder is serious, man. He needed exactly a KO to win the fight, and that's what he got. But this guy rose from the dead. You know what I mean? Scott Tyson Fury rose from the dead. The man got ample time to get his thoughts cleared, and the fight continued, and it went on points. You know what I mean? So Deontay Wilder has to keep a tight defense in order not to get knocked out. You already know that's what Tyson Fury got to do. We don't even need to go into that. But Deontay Wilder got to keep a tight defense in order to catch this guy with the counter shots. He's quicker with the hand speed, you know what I mean? Deontay Wilder is. Deontay Wilder is not so much a combination puncher, but he is windmill Wilder. When he gets you hurt, that's when the combos start flying. You know what I'm saying? They be flying like bomb squad for real, like Hiroshima bombs just flying all buzzing around your ear. Pop, 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 boom. And it's a wrap. The referee gonna have to come in and do what he's supposed to. Protect fighters at all costs. You know what I'm saying? You check it. So Tyson Fury, like I said, is gonna be a mammoth of a man to knock out. While it damn near took him 12 rounds, and he still ain't get it done because Tyson Fury got up and he got a little time to get his thoughts cleared. The fight went on, and Wilder fell just a little short. So did Tyson Fury. I had it on my card to draw. You know what I'm saying? I thought the judging was fair because I score fights with a clean heart. You know what I mean? I ain't got to be biased for nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be interesting to see. Fellas in the chat, Mike 104 says, Fury can also win by knockout, most likely in the later rounds if Wilder gasses out from missing big shots. And if Wilder doesn't land his bomb first, LOL. Or else it's a wrap. Or else it's a wrap for the rope dope fiend. Yeah, man. I agree with you 100%, man. You know what I'm saying? Wilder, if he does, that's what, to me, lost him a lot of rounds in the first fight. Missing a lot of shots. I don't necessarily think he got tired. I don't, Wilder doesn't usually go 12 rounds, you know what I mean? And I don't think Wilder's stamina has a bad gas tank, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I had him losing rounds, you know what I mean? Why he had lost at least 5 rounds on my card because, he missed a lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta count defense into my criteria of scoring, you know. And defense is a big component as far as my criteria of scoring, ring generalship, effective aggression, clean, effective punches. And, defense, is paramount in making a guy miss. But it's not just defense and then you're not clapping back, you gotta make them pay. You know what I'm saying? Or you could win a round by making a guy miss so badly, and you land punches here and there, but the guy ain't touching you. But you got to control that first and foremost with ring generalship. You know what I mean? What looks to the eye? Whom would you rather be in that position as you're watching with your eyes? And that's how I score fights. Lath Al, what's up, Lath Al in the chat? He says Wilder smashed more bums than Rock Hudson. Yeah, man. So if Wilder can, if he can keep his defense tight, make this guy pay, and also be unpredictable, you know what I mean? He can win a points decision, you know what I'm saying? Still haven't done my breakdown and prediction. Soon coming up, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get it popping sooner than later. But let me know in the comments section what y'all think. Mike 104 is in the chat. He says, I hope Jared Washington wins as well. I hope it's a sleeper fight turn classic. He's from my Bay Area. True indeed. Gerald Washington, man, got a good fight coming up with Charles Martin. I believe an IBF eliminator. I should do a prediction on that too. I probably will do that when I get some time today, you know what I mean? Zaza Silly's in the chat. Says, what's good, B Marsh? What's up with you, Zaza? He says, I feel Wilder's chin has proven to be at least decent, and he tends to cover up and clinch when hurt. So I give him the benefit of the doubt. With that being said, this is heavyweight boxing, absolutely. And Tyson Fury ain't knock out nobody in a long time. Like I said, since 2013, Steve Cunningham. That's after he got off the canvas, and he just beat. Look, Steve Cunningham is a good boxer. You know what I mean? And probably if they were the same height, probably Steve Cunningham wins that fight. To be honest, man, let's be honest. Steve Cunningham put this big 6'9" mammoth on the canvas. You check it, but Tyson Fury knocked him out with size. He used that long reach and just was leaning on dude, and entertaining fight for the 7 rounds it lasted though. So it's gonna be interesting, you know what I mean? Brooklyn Child, what the deal? Brooklyn Child's in the chat. He says, my dude was good, fam. Fury's getting the NyQuil treatment. The NyQuil treatment, man. He's gonna go night night. We shall see, man. We shall see. EJ Boxing Live, what's happening, dogs? EJ's in the chat. We said, sup, B Marsh? Yes, Wilder can win on points. That's my pick for Wilder. Oh, you got Wilder on point decision. Okay. Man, I hope you put some money on that, dogs, because if you do, that's some bread right there. I know Vegas don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. For these big fights, that's when I go into my piggy bank, man. Got to put some money up somehow, somewhere. I won money on the Wilder. I'm sorry, AJ and Ruiz too. I want some money on that. So gotta get into this action for this rematch. You know what I mean? DJ Boxing Live says Wilder Masterclass. Oh shit! Like I said, dogs. Hey man, gotta put some paper on that one, man. Cause if he do, that's a good look. Brooklyn Child Boxing says, I'm going to upload a video on why Fury is going to sleep. Yes, indeed. I'll be on it. I'll check it out for sure. I see all your videos, man. Good job over there. Subscribe to Brooklyn Child Boxing, everybody. EJ Boxing Live, same way. Subscribe to these fellas. Good boxing channels. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Child saying what up to EJ. Mike 104 says Fury can get a Febreze commercial. Smelling the Febreze off the canvas. Yeah, man. They're going to have to bring the smelling salts, too. You never know, man. That's what Wilder does, man. You know what I mean? Put Spilk on that stretcher. Put Dominic Brazil on the cross and crucified him. Um, put Bermain Stavern, had that man like he's in the Catholic Church on his knees praying with his eyes closed, and he just caught the Holy Ghost and just fell to the side. So Wilder's doing devastating things. EJ Live says Fury looked uncomfortable talk about racism with Wilder. When was that? At the press conference? I still ain't see that yet. The joint that happened yesterday. Probably gonna watch that. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna watch that, see what that's about. J Boxing last saying what up to Brooklyn Child Boxing. Yes, indeed, man. So yeah, man, I gotta do a breakdown prediction for both of these heavyweight fights we got coming up to this weekend. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that they do have a heavyweight fight on the undercard of the heavyweight championship fight. I think it's only right, you know. People, you gotta get the fans. You gotta give them, you know, something to look forward to by giving them like an appetizer. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn did that over there in Dubai. Who do you have on the undercard? Was it he had a couple of heavyweights, Michael Smith versus Povetkin, and he had Dillian White versus Marius Wack. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good look right there. You know, get the crowd and the fans at home viewing, get their appetite, give them an appetizer with the heavyweight boxing, and there's gonna be probably a good fight on the undercard as far as a heavyweight. Charles Martin and Gerald Washington is a sleeper fight. I think it's gonna be a damn good fight. Both guys trying to get back in position to challenge for a world title. You know what I mean? And the IBF Eliminator. You check it. So it could only make for I remember back in the day when fellas like Larry Holmes would fight, you know what I'm saying? And you'd have guys like Michael Dokes, a world champion. Like Larry Holmes would have the WBC, Michael Dokes versus what's that dude he had the majority draw with? Mike Weaver. You know what I'm saying? That was on the undercard of a Larry Holmes fight, you know what I'm saying? You know, so Larry Holmes is the real champion, you know, the lineal champion at the time, but he wasn't messing with the WBA. He never challenged for that WBA title as far as when he was the undefeated champion. All those other guys who was getting them WBA titles who was rotating that belt like how he changed underwear every day, you know, those guys were on his undercard, you know what I mean? So I think it's a good look for heavyweight boxing at this highest level to have heavyweights on the undercard beneath it. You know what I mean? And you never know; they could inspire the heavyweight who's going to have the main event fight. In this case, Wilder versus Fury. You know what I mean? Or for that case, any other heavyweight card that has a heavyweight title with good undercards beneath it. You know what I mean? Heavyweight undercards. So we shall see. You know, EJ Boxer lots of Fury don't want to be Jerry Cooney out here that the people think. Jerry Cooney, which Jerry Cooney? The Jerry Cooney got beat up by Larry Holmes or Jerry Cooney who beat up Ken Norton? Because that was a big upset. You know what I mean? Devastating knockout. EJ says people have their only reason when they watch boxing. Race is one of them. Absolutely. EJ says if Fury beats Wilder out here, Fury move to USA and become President Fury. Oh man, if he beats Fury, if he beats Wilder, he's been talking about there's a there's gonna be a trilogy fight. You know what I mean? Which is only right. It's only right, man. You know they had a draw the first time. If Fury or Wilder wins the second fight, then it's up to the loser if they want to exercise that rematch clause. You know what I mean? I think it's only right to get a conclusion to it. You know, I was never mad at Manny Pacquiao versus Tim Bradley 3. Tim Bradley has only lost in his career before he retired. He has only how many two losses on his resume, and that's to Manny Pacquiao. You know, Manny Pacquiao had to get back some get back because I thought he won the first fight. The second fight, he was down like 4-0 on my card to Bradley. Bradley looked like he was about to wash Pacquiao. Then Pacquiao came back and he beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean? And one time I had like a 10 punch combination. All them punches landed in the later rounds. So they had to do a rematch, you know, just so the winner can get the edge. 2-1. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It was only right. So we shall see. EJ Boxing Live says Wilder wins. People like some so what unfair. So Wilder has to win. Yeah, they both need the victory. I personally need Wilder to win because man, man,
Man, man, heavyweight boxing been great since Wilder's been holding the WBC title or a portion of the world title. You know what I mean? To me, the heavyweight boxing was in the dark ages in the Klitschko era, man. I'm not trying to go back to that stone age, man. I'm not feeling that. You know, no disrespect to the European heavyweight champions. Klitschko did their thing. You know what I mean? But man, heavyweight boxing is at its peak when big fights are happening at MSG and or Las Vegas. It's the truth. You know, there's no way around that. And with Wilder being the American who holds a portion of the heavyweight championship, man, boxing's been great, man. Bring all these fights to USA, dogs. All eyes on the heavyweight scene and heavyweight fights. You know what I mean? EJ Boxing Live says Wilder fighting for people who can't talk. This is everything. Absolutely. Becoming really big. Man, Wilder's big time, man. This fight's been promoted, dog. Stephen A. Smith and them, they out there. Stephen A. Smith, First Take, Max Kellerman, they in Vegas. I think Skip Bayless and them, I'm not sure where they at today, to be honest. I didn't watch the show. But they did talk, or they should, they were talking about, um, the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because they're on Fox, you know what I mean? Not. It looks like they're not. They're not in Vegas. They're in their studio in Los Angeles. So they didn't go out there to Vegas. You know what I mean? But at least ESPN did. So we shall see, man. We shall see. But yeah, man. Leave your thoughts and comments. Thanks for everybody coming through. EJ Boxing Live, Brooklyn Child Boxing, of course. Mike 104. Um, Zaza Silly. Big ups to everybody in the chat. Salute. Leave your thoughts and comments if you're listening back on replay. And let me know in the comment section. You think Wilder can win on points? And can Tyson Fury win by KO? Time shall tell. And time will be on Saturday, the 22nd of February. I'm gone. Peace.